First stops when I landed in Guatemala City. The first thing I thought was, well, this looks like Mexico City a lot. And I was like, well, it's not different at all from Mexico. And then when we went into like the highway, it was like, holy moly. It's all green and stuff and all cool trees. And that's really different from here. It's pretty awesome. And that's when it finally came to me that I was in Guatemala and not back home. Yeah.
At first, I was definitely not expecting it to have the amenities of San Diego, and I knew that it was going to be different and I'd have to adjust. But I found that the simple way of living was very easy to adjust to, and like the small town. So I think that I was given good my first impression was kind of like, oh man, like how am I going to deal with this? There's no TV here, none of that. But ultimately, I found that I really enjoyed San Lucas Toliman.
You know, San Lucas was kind of it was very obviously a special place. Um, Everyone there isn't connected how we are here. They didn't have cell phones. They didn't have computers. It was a very different environment, and all these people are connected through their actual person. You see someone in the morning and you're like, "Good morning," and they'll actually respond. So that's pretty cool. Just because here, that's not what usually ends up going on.
While in Guatemala, from 9 to 12, we worked physically demanding work, as it was manual labor, normally lifting rocks, which was labeled construction. And in the afternoons from 2 to 4, we did slightly easier work, which had to do with sorting coffee or planting plants and weeding. And the rest of the day, we had a lot of free time as we just wandered the city and saw a lot of the culture there. And any of the rest of the time was spent eating or reflecting with the group.
It's really different. Like I mentioned earlier, people actually say good morning to each other and they're not just glued to their cell phones or laptops. It's a completely different culture with a completely different set of values and what they appreciate in life. And it was a real refresher because it's something that was just so amazing to see, that you wouldn't normally see it.
And are there any major differences in the cultures?
It's really different. It's completely different. It's so different that it's hard to describe how different it is.
Can you give the viewers a general idea?
Well, first of all, obviously they speak Spanish there.
Yes.
And the way they eat meals is completely different. Instead of dinner being the big meal, lunch is the big meal of the day.
Yes.
It's where you eat the most, and then dinner is like a little snack.
Yes.
That's one example.
I wouldn't say really learn. I'd say more experience. It was something so different and so new to me. That it was like I said earlier, refreshing, and I wouldn't say learn, but it was so different, and it was so great to be there.
Yes.
Okay, well, in the last 2 weeks, I've learned that poverty is a lot closer than we think. Like we're so used to our lives, and we're really blessed, but there are people out there that are very close to us that like poverty is a real thing there, and there are people who are barely being able to feed themselves, who can only afford about like a meal a day, and I learned that like the value of hard work, like how we can help people just by doing simple things like moving rocks or sorting coffee beans.
Yes.
Last year at the Intercession Expo, Father always talked to me, and I honestly thought that the Guatemala trip was gonna be like a vacation instead of which turned out to be the opposite, where we worked a lot and well, it wasn't really a vacation until like the last 3 days, but we worked most of the time over there.